Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2.
Welcome to the Suplex Sports Podcast. Your boy Mish. This is the Weekend Roundup. About to get into it. Nice weekend in sports going down. Few injuries as well, unfortunately, but other than that, as we are sliding into October, we're sliding into the MLB playoffs. So, as we've already stated before, as predicted, New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians have their first round bye going into the playoffs. National League, it will be the LA Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies respectively having their byes as well. So those AL and wild card games and NL wild card games are going to be played over the course of this upcoming weekend, and it should be fun as always. So it will be the Baltimore Orioles will be facing off against the Kansas City Royals. Pretty good game, I think. And those Houston Astros will be going against the Detroit Tigers. It's been a while since the Tigers have been in the playoffs, so I'll salute to Detroit and see what happens. But we all know what Houston is capable of in the postseason. They are relentless. They know how to go out and get it done, essentially. So we'll see what happens. In the National League, the San Diego Padres versus the Atlanta Braves. That's going to be a very good series. One game off, essentially. It's been a while. I think for the last couple of years, there's been a lot of hype surrounding the Padres. So I'm hoping to get some results there in that bracket, so to speak. The Braves are, former champs from a couple of years back. Getting back into the thick of things. Should be very intriguing in that regard as well. Milwaukee Brewers be going against the New York Mets. The New York Mets have slid into the playoffs by winning one game, I believe, during the doubleheader over the weekend as well. So I'll salute to the Mets as they got into the postseason. And yes, to be going against the Brewers. And winner of that game will go ahead and play Philly. And the winner of the Padres Atlanta game will go ahead and face LA. Respectively in the American League, the winner of the Baltimore Orioles Kansas City game will go ahead and play the New York Yankees. And after that, the Houston and Detroit game winner will go ahead and play the Guardians. So things is heating up. Things should be fun as we get into it. As this is October, the fall's here, the pumpkin spice, the donuts, the coffee, the granola, the cereal. And I already see the blueberry cereal out. So it's that time of year, folks. It's that time of year. Love it. Gotta love it. Shifting over to the NFL. A lot of good games this weekend. Not a lot of high-scoring games. There hasn't been a lot of high-scoring games in NFL this year. I know there's been a lot of controversy surrounding that. People having their opinion on how the game should actually be played. And if some of the provisions that were actually put into the NFL have prevented higher scoring games. It's been very, very, very intriguing. Nonetheless, it's football. There's going to be competition, so be good to know if they can alter that and get that fixed in some way, shape, or form. Definitely. But we're going to go ahead and get a start at those Cowboys. They went ahead and won a game. They went to New York and beat the Giants 20-15. It's quiet week for Dallas. I know they ain't satisfied, but they were able to essentially get a dub. Also, the Chicago Bears, they beat the Rams 24-18. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers went ahead and beat the Eagles 33-16. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it with Big Unc, Ice Boston, and discuss football as we do. Also, New Orleans Saints lost to the Atlanta Falcons 26-24. That was actually a damn good game. Real good competitive game all the way down to the wire on that one. Indianapolis Colts beat the Steelers 27-24. Anthony Richardson left the game with the injury. Joe Flacco came in and did Flacco things. 2 touchdowns. Got them back up. Damn good game. Good game. I'll salute to Justin Fields as well, man. He's been looking good holding it down in Pittsburgh. But yeah, Joe Flacco did it. He did it. Houston Texans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20. Cincinnati Bengals got a win. They beat the Panthers 34-24. It really shouldn't have been that close, but the Bengals are trying to figure it out. Jamar Chase he's doing his thing, man. He looks lightning. Looks like lightning. The Broncos beat the Jets 10-9. And if you all would have seen the look on Aaron Rodgers' face, it's that look. It's that look. The Minnesota Vikings beat the Packers 31-29. I think I might have to. I'll shut my mouth. Vikings look good. Vikings look. A win's a win, right? At 4-0. They got 3 more to go. I don't give a damn what anybody say, bro. They still got 3 more to go. There's gonna be some type of slide going on. We'll get into it, man. But he's doing his thing, man. I salute to Sam Darnold and the Vikes, man. They doing their thing. All right, Washington Commanders, they beat the brakes off of the Cardinals 42-14. Jaden Daniels, he's the quarterback I wanted in New England, but we always can't get what you want. So, nonetheless, the young man's out there balling out now. He's doing his thing. He looked good. Him and Terry McLaurin seem to be gelling. I see big things for the Commanders, potentially this season and in the future to come with Jaden Daniels. The Raiders, they beat the Browns 20-16. Moving on, the Chiefs beat the Chargers 17-10. Ugly game, very bad, ugly injury to Rashee Rice on the interception. He went to go chase down the guy. Mahomes came in, and for those who've seen it, it didn't look good. It didn't look good on the young man's knee. It didn't look good at all. So. We'll see what happens in that regard. It doesn't look good. I guess they're still doing tests. I'm no doctor, but I think he might be done for the year. If he's not done for the year, I'd be very, very surprised. But it didn't look good at all. The Ravens, they beat the brakes off of the Bills 35-10. Basically, that was a state your supremacy type of game, and Derrick Henry is he ain't done. For those who thought he was going to lose a little bit of a step and just control pace of the game, I guess we thought wrong in that regard, man, because he's that dude. He's that dude. 199 yards. Incredible. And of course the 49ers beat the dreaded Patriots 30-13. It was no competition there. Currently, there are 2 games being played. Both games are currently in the second half. Tennessee Titans, are currently leading the Miami Dolphins 16-6, and looks like the Detroit Lions are putting it down on the Seattle Seahawks 21-7. No Diddy. Had to just get that out the way real quick. Also on some pretty somber news in the NBA. Lost a legend, the famous finger wag, my man Dikembe Mutombo, one of the greatest centers in the NBA, at least in my lifetime. Passed away at the very young age of 58 from brain cancer. Heartfelt condolences from the Suplex Sports podcast to Dikembe Mutombo and his family and friends, as well as to the NBA community. What can you say about Dikembe? Larger than life, 8-time All-Star, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Multiple commercials over his retirement years, have everybody in the household essentially laughing. That deep voice, Mutombo. I mean, it was hilarious, man. He was a real good dude. 18 seasons. That's a very long time to be playing ball in the NBA. 18 years. Denver, Philly, ATL, Jersey, Houston, Knicks. I mean, gone way too soon. Rest in peace, King. Rest in peace. Dikembe Mutombo. Pete Rose, the Hit King, has passed away at the age of 83. 24 seasons in Major League Baseball. 24 seasons. That's a hell of a long time to be playing baseball. I mean, don't get me wrong, my man Julio Franco was out there as well, doing his thing. Julio's probably still doing his thing. That's my dog. But, I believe Julio retired. But Pete Rose passed away at 83. Played with the Reds, Phillies, Expos, 6 seasons as a manager. All-time Major League hits leader, 3-time World Series champ, World Series MVP, National League MVP, National League Rookie of the Year, 17 All-Star selections, 3 batting titles. Member of the Big Red Machine. And he was banned from baseball in 1989 as a scandal about him betting on baseball, and which subsequently, man of all those statistics, has not been elected to the Hall of Fame. There was a lot of people trying to get him in the Hall of Fame over the years. Doesn't seem as though Major League Baseball is going to reverse that decision at all, despite all the accolades and the things he gave to the game. My memory of Pete Rose, I didn't really know who Pete Rose was until, after the fact that he got tombstoned by Kane at WrestleMania 14. When he came in the ring and started cracking all those jokes about Boston and, the Bucky Dent jokes and all that stuff, Kane came out and just dropped him. So, that's just a little bit of piece of it. And then I went back and looked and read about Pete Rose and what was going on, and I was like, oh wow. But nonetheless, sad, tragic. Suplex Sports, we give our heartfelt condolences to the family of Pete Rose, friends, family, colleagues, and Major League Baseball community as well in that regard. Definitely. All right, UFC Fight Night was live in Paris, France. We was just there for the Olympics, but UFC brought it back over there again. We're going to go through the card real quick. Renato Moicano versus Benoit St. Denis. Renato knocked him out second round, TKO. Pretty devastating fashion. Nasruddin Imovivas beat Brandon Allen by unanimous decision. William Gomes, he beat Jonathan Brito by decision. Kevin Jousset beat Brian Battle by knockout. Pretty impressive. Morgan Cherie versus Gabriel Miranda, TKO round 2. Cherie, pretty good. And Faris Ziam versus Matt Frevola. That was a TKO in the 3rd round as well. So, good fight night in Paris. Pretty good. Overall, a lot of action. Didn't disappoint at all. Fights were, the vast majority of the fights was finished. Pretty much how you like things to pretty much go down, essentially. And yeah, things have been looking good these past few weeks in terms of the UFC fight nights. Been doing a very, very good job. Very good job. Very good job, very good fights. I mean, I can't say nothing negative about them at all. It's been very, very fluid. Very, very fluid. All right, as we touched on earlier, that Rashid Rice hit by Mahomes inadvertently, going right into his knee was pretty bad. So, to be determined. We'll keep an eye on that report. Something that probably by the end of the week. I'm pretty sure the news would come out before then, but if not, we'll go ahead and report it on the short. Definitely as things come out. As well as linebacker Shaq Thompson. He tore his Achilles. He's done for the year. Tyler Batty, he took a bad hit from Quincy Williams in the Jets game. He got full range of motion and he's doing all right. So, and he's with the team. So, I'm sure he'll be back in a couple of weeks or whatever else have you. Prayers to those guys. Jonathan Taylor, he sprung his ankle during the game. I think it was a mild sprain. He may be suited up and ready to go as well. Interesting point that was made. Canelo has to defend his title against David Bermudez, or he will lose his WBC title. So, Canelo knows what he has to do. So I'll be sitting here waiting on the next Canelo fight, you know what I'm saying, as he goes out and does his thing. Like only Canelo could do. Cinnamon, as they call it. Cinnamon. All right. Also, check out the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. 6 episodes. I know we're gonna get into it with Zay. From my perspective, it was a lot of negative and nobody really talked about the good. So I mean, that's how some things are done or portrayed. But I'm not gonna get too deep into it because Zay's giving me the look. So talk about that another day on the wrestling show. Also, gonna wrap things up with the suplex of the weekend. My suplex of the weekend is going to Colby Covington, man. Like, there's a video out there, man. You sat there and gave Little Pump a rear naked choke. Young Thundercats out there tapping out, bro, and you still left the choke on. You left it on until he was completely asleep. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, bro. It's a professional sport, man. But and you do what you want when you getting paid to do that, bro. But come on, man. You just don't yoke some dude out like that, man. Especially dude who's tapping. You know what I'm saying? It lack of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It was a complete disrespect to the martial arts community. Disrespect, I'm pretty sure, a Little Pump. I don't know how you get up smiling after that. Look bad, look really bad. Dude out there sleep like that, man. But I mean, I don't know if anybody felt any type of way about it, but you know what I'm saying. I'm sure people don't like Little Pump, whatever else have you. But at the end of the day, bro, you ain't gotta demonstrating is demonstrating, or rolling around is rolling around, bro. But that's, I thought it was a bit much. You know what I'm saying? If that would have went wrong, you being for a hell of a rude awakening. You'd be out there locked up with somebody we know right now, Diddy. That's right. Just saying. Alright, y'all. Share, like, subscribe. Here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. We are here on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. Hit us up in the DMs. Get at us. We'll get back at you. Suplex Sports Podcast, your Weekend Roundup. It's your boy Mish.